We're still here. We haven't been kicked out yet. Now, the second story about Prince Charles, of course, is that somebody has written about a project. Why not have a residential palace for the Prince of Wales in Wales? There are such palaces in England. There are such royal palaces in Scotland. But there is no such place in Wales other than whatever home he has in near Llanfynydd or whatever it is. So what do you think of this idea of having a residential palace for the Prince of Wales?
Well, it may not surprise you to know that I'm not an incandescent royalist, to say the very least. And I don't believe that associating Charles Windsor with Wales elevates us as a nation at all, at all, at all. It reminds us of all the wrong things.
Yeah.
It reminds us of the Act of Union, reminds us of the effort to subsume the whole life of Wales in the greater entity of Britain in the name of the Crown.
Yes.
So that's a very narrow-minded view, but I think that anybody who believes in Welsh nationhood fervently and believes it has sovereignty rejects these ideas.
Yes. You see, from my perspective, Keynes has said, with the bridge and with this proposal from some think tank, that the objectors are Republicans. Well, I am not a Republican in that strict sense of the word.
No.
I don't think we should have as big a royal family as we have, but I'm not a Republican. It is all to do about what is Wales, who is Wales as a land and nation. And I find it disappointing that we're still struggling to get that into the hearts and minds of political figures. Now, will you tell me, Lord Morgan, why do they find it so difficult to grasp that we are rightfully a land and nation?
Because there are too many supplicants in Wales that worship something outside Wales and that dominates the life of Wales constitutionally. We are a land and nation. We don't need these trappings at all, at all.
So, do you think it's a matter of confidence in the Welsh people? Self-confidence, believing in who we are? Do you think that we love having the coattails?
It's a remnant of imperialism, something that is festooned in the cobwebs of imperialism.
Yes.
We don't need it in the 21st century.
No, it's a big struggle to get people to realise that.
Yes.
Well, the final part of this, of course, is some people have suggested that maybe City Hall Cardiff or the Mansion House in Dyffryn Gardens should be converted to the Royal Palace.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense and rubbish. I don't know who these people are or what they expect to get out of this. But I'm quite sure it's not the deep desire of the Welsh people, and it's certainly not something that is consistent with the nationhood of Wales. By this act of supplication to monarchy, that's so firmly entrenched in everything that is English, does us no good whatsoever.
And you see, the other argument they make is, of course, think of the tourism that this will bring in. But of course, they're talking of Cardiff. Now, we've got all sorts of castles in Wales. We've got all sorts of historic places in Wales. We don't need a royal palace to bring in the tourists.
There are many countries in the world that make a mint out of tourism. Some of them on the basis of drugs, others on the basis of prostitution.
Yeah.
Many for all sorts of things that are very unworthy.
Yes.
The fact that something brings in tourism is not an argument in itself.
No, that's right. Well, there we go. Dyna chi, that's him. Diolch yn fawr, Lord Elystan Morgan.